Hey guys, what's up, it's jjaaxxthelegend here. Today, I'm here with another Minecraft Redstone tutorial / information video. In this week's tutorial / information video, I'm going to be showing you guys some cool ways to protect your house from all those creepy crawlies like creepers and zombies and spiders that come out at the night. So, let's go and have a look at some general information and some super simple ways on to protect it before we get onto the more difficult ways. Okay, the first thing we're going to be looking at is the mobs. A few mobs can actually scare away some of the hostile mobs in Minecraft, like these cats right here. They scare away creepers. As you can see, this creeper is having a heart attack because he's running away from the cats, but he doesn't know where to go because he's trapped in a room. But these guys also scare away phantoms, which is very useful for when you're exploring at night and some phantoms come and attack you. But you could surround your house with these and it'll be like creeper repellent. You should name your cat that. That would be a great idea. But moving on, we have our next thing. Mobs can spawn on full blocks like grass and those sort of blocks, grass, terracotta, clay, concrete, all those things. But they cannot spawn on bottom halves of slabs. They can spawn on the top half because it's basically a full block's height, but they will not spawn on the bottom half. However, they will walk on this, so don't think this will completely stop mobs coming in if you surround your house with this. And if you're building a modern house, you might want to add a layer of this onto your build so the mobs don't spawn. And I wish they added a wool version of slabs, so if you were doing, say, a giant flower like I did on my AlphaCraft series, you could add them at the top so snow wouldn't land on it and mobs won't spawn. And mobs also don't spawn on stairs, so if you're doing a roof like the one over there, you do not have to light up your roof. So it's really useful for that, because then you don't have any creepers or spiders on there. Now they can climb up to there and walk on them, and the endermen can teleport. Okay, the next thing is a pathfinding property, which has been in Minecraft since the very first day. This right here is the properties of rails and zombies. Now if I spawn my test subject A, his name is Ben Dover, over here in the corner, and then a zombie in this corner. Let me just time set day. Not day, time set night. There we go. So he doesn't burn. And I spawn a zombie right here. You can see he doesn't attack the villager. Or if I would do that out here, the zombie would go running for that villager and try and attack him. This is because zombies and all mobs do not like walking on these rails. On to the next thing, which is a sort of property like this, but it's to do with carpet instead of rails. This property is that zombies do not like to walk on carpet that is floating over a few blocks and has string underneath it. So if I spawn a zombie here, you can see it's trying to get that villager by moving side to side because it has nowhere else to walk, but it can't walk over here because the pathfinding properties of this zombie says that this is not a block here. So underneath here we just have a bit of space and some string. If I go here, you don't need the space around it. This is just so you can see it. And some string here to support the carpet up. So this is a super easy way to make your house mob proof from spawning by just putting a hole under your house, which you can do on the bottom floor, maybe not the top. So you could make a pretty dark mansion with this. And we're going to move over to the next thing, which is this property here, which says that there's actually a block here, where if you walk through here, there's not, and you fall to your death. Now, in 1.12, it only worked with the oak trapdoor, and then it came up to 1.13, and it worked with all trapdoors in Java. And then it went to the latest snapshot, and it only works with oak trapdoors again. So I'm not sure what they're doing, but it seems to be changing around quite a bit. So now if I spawn a zombie right there, you can see after a little while he'll see the villagers. And see the villagers just like that, and he will walk straight into that, which is a pretty cool way of making a super simple mob trap. Now I've added in some of these sweetberry bushes, which are super easy to find, and you can also kind of farm them down here, which damage these zombies, as you can see. So even when it's not day, they still die. And then you can see their stuff drops. You could have a little minecart system under here. And you could hook this up to your phantom farm, which is like what I did in one of my tutorials. You can go check out that in the description down below. but I use magma here, but now you can replace that magma with some grass blocks and then this sweet berry bushes above it. Okay, so now we've gone over some of the basic ways to protect your house. Let's go and have a look at some of the more fancy ways to protect it from mobs. Starting with the electric fence. Walking over here to my modern mansion, you can see I've got a groovy fence with stair abstract patterns and an iron bars. And I've also got this beautiful modern house, which I do not want to be blown up by creepers and bombarded by zombies. So I have decided to add an electric fence. Now, this fence doesn't actually involve electricity because it's Minecraft, but it does do some damage. Because of these magma blocks under the trapdoors, it damages the zombies, and the zombies walk straight onto these, where if I just had magma blocks here, the zombies wouldn't walk onto this. This is why I've got trapdoors, and I've used iron because it's white and looks very modern. So if I spawn a zombie there, and say I go in here, and hop into game mode survival, you can see he will soon spot me, and he'll walk straight onto there and die. And this is a super simple way, and then you just have a gap here. And normally if they stand here, you can normally just open the door and quickly punch them, and then they'll walk to the side. And players, they actually still get damaged. So this works for like, even maybe a build that a server you can't grief on if you want to stop from intruders. This does quite a bit of damage actually. So now it's time to move on to the next thing. Okay, I just ate a super golden apple, so I'm now full health. And let me just point out how much more hearts it gives you. Like, I don't think it gave you that many. But now I am standing in front of the I gotta give you a boost machine. Now I call it this because it allows you to jump 2 blocks high. So when you jump, you activate a tripwire, which activates a double piston extender. Now if I can get a good shot of this, as you can see, then when I walk down, it drops. Now I just think it's so good because it detects that you're not gonna make it. I call this the not gonna make it detector, and then it goes, wait, I'll help you, and pushes you up. So say I've got some zombies after me. If I run over, jump up, and then when this drops down, you can see the zombies are left there just hanging. So now if I go inside of my house, sleep, and then it becomes day, they will die from the sunlight because I've got no blocks above me, which is a super easy way to get to your house, and it's pretty easy to hide as well, especially when you're building one of these Tudor mansions. Okay, so now you have seen the I'm gonna give you a boost machine. It's time to move on to the berry barrier. Let's go. Ah, the zombies there, run! Okay, I've had a quick nap, so it's now day, and I'm now at the berry barrier. So let's go and have a look at how this is created. Oh, hi wild one.
Hey guys, I'm adding some bunnies to Jack's house.
Let me have a look. Oh, they're so pretty. They're so pretty.
And you know what?
What?
Thanks to his defenses, they're safe.
Yes, now this berry barrier is super simple to create. You just have to place some berries and bone meal them up, because if you walk through them in survival mode, I'm in creative at the moment. So you walk through them in survival mode, like a zombie, I click on a zombie, burns. You can see it does damage, and I get slowed down, but right now,
oh my goodness, Jax, you're going to
I'm
die.
gonna die. I gotta run. So if I've got a zombie chasing after me, if I run in here, you can see it protects me. But if I walk over here, you can see it doesn't want to walk in there.
I don't think the zombies can even walk, through the gap in this little fence here.
Yeah.
It's an impenetrable wall of berry.
And the reason why they don't want to walk in there is because they know they'll get damaged. But the reason why I've added the fence in is because sometimes the zombies can get pushed through, but even then sometimes they get stuck. But there is an odd chance of them getting pushed through, so make sure to add a fence for extra safety. But overall, it actually looks really pretty having berries surrounding your beautiful cottage home.
It certainly does, and they're delicious.
Yes, and you can always harvest them and just have a little nibble. Nom 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 nom. And also, I just like to point out, inside of the house, I have used some barrels to decorate this, and I've got basically unlimited storage because I use barrels for the floor and the roof, which is pretty cool. But I would not hide my diamonds in here because you can easily get to them from the front. I'll probably hide it in the one under my bed if I can get to that one. Yeah, I can. Because I'll put my lucky sleep berry in there. Okay, now it is time to move on to the final door, which is personally probably my favorite one. Okay, let's go. Okay, I am now standing in front of the Castle of Doom, and it is nighttime because this is pretty spooky. And behind me I've got this nether path leading up to it. So if I follow this path, because I want to raid this castle because it's got some pretty crazy stuff in it, I reckon, because it's like, looks like it's to be super rich. But I can't jump that gap because it's a 5-block gap and it's surrounded by a lava moat. What? How am I meant to get over here? And like, what? How am I meant to do? And if I jump in, I can't like jump out because it's 2 blocks deep. Well, if I was the owner of this castle, I would bring a button and place it on this special block to the side. I'd press that button, wait for the bridge to fully extend, then I can break that button. There's no pistons showing. Then I can walk over here and press this button. Now this is super great because you can run with some zombies, you can run over the bridge and then quickly press that button. So let me do that now. So let's spawn in a few zombies. Run, pull it down. They punch the baby zombies in because they're a bit faster. But as you can see, they're burning to death. And you can kind of just do a little dance here, but be careful because they might still try and attack you. Now this isn't fully protective of the skeletons, because skeletons can shoot more than 5 blocks. So to make this fully protective, you can make it wider, which is super easy to do, just by extending the redstoning that I'm going to be showing you soon, or adding a fence gate in, which is probably the easiest way. Now let's open up this fence gate, let's open up this bridge, not fence gate, and head over to my redstone world. Okay, so I'm now in my Minecraft super flat world. I'm ready to start with the redstone tutorials on all these builds. Okay, so this is all the redstoning behind the I'm going to give you a boost machine. It's pretty simple. The most complicated bit is this double piston extender here. So if I jump up here, you can see it does exactly the same and pushes me up. This is because a tripwire powers this, and then it will go right through here, go all the way down here and unpower, and then that will unpower these torches here, which are originally powered. So if I have that connecting straight up, these torches will be powered and those pistons are already extended, which is not what we want. So I've added a redstone torch in there. And then on this other side, we have a one observer which detects the block change here and puts out another signal for the retraction. Actually, before we get on to the tutorial, I have to say one thing, and that is that you can use stairs here, but you don't have to. So if you don't have stairs there and you just have a pathway straight to your base, it still works fine. You can just walk up, it's level. You can have stairs or slabs there if you want to though. Don't have to. Okay, now let's actually get on to the tutorial. For this build, I'm going to give you the exact amount of resources that you need. You're going to need 4 sticky pistons, 4 redstone repeaters, 3 redstone torches, 8 redstone dust, 2 string, 2 tripwire hooks, and some building blocks. You can use a bunch of different colors, you can just use dirt. Oh, and you'll need 1 observer, only 1 for this entire build. Okay, so to start, find where you want your sort of pushing up thing to be, and place 2 pistons like this. So your ground level is on top of those pistons like that. So the purple is my ground level at the moment. I'm going to grab out some blue wool for the redstone though. So now that we've done that, you want to come sort of, if you're looking at it from the front, so your wall's there, and then you walk on it this way. You want to place a little square like this, a 2x2 square in front of these repeaters, and replace this corner here, this top left corner of the square, with an observer. So this arrow at the top here is facing into this block. Then place 2 pieces of redstone dust on those 2 back blocks and 2 repeaters on those 2 top blocks, covering the observer. Now that you've done that, you can add some floor blocks in if you want, or you can just leave it like that. Then you want to come around to the front, add 2 blocks on top next to these, like so, and then 2 blocks diagonally down from them. Then place 2 redstone torches here and here. You can see the pistons get powered fully. And then you want to come behind them and create a 2x2 square again with 2 repeaters going into the block the redstone torches are on, and 2 pieces of redstone dust. I'm going to grab out one more color, which is going to be orange for this final part of the build. Okay, for the final part, come up to here. But no, for the final part, go sort of look at it from a back point of view like this, so you're at the back of it, and then go to your right side, place 1 block, 1 more block, then go up 1, so like this. So you have an L shape and break the 2 blocks that are on the ground like that. Place a redstone torch on this block so your pistons actually get retracted. And you might actually see that they don't fully retract. Now this is because these two repeaters here need to be on 2 ticks delay, so you need to right click them once each, so they kind of look like this. Then you can place those blocks back. Let me just grab at my purple blocks again. Okay, once you've done that, it should be in a stationary position like this, and it should not like be extended at all and should be at ground level. And then you want to build 2 blocks, or like go up 2 blocks on your wall on each side like this. It does look a bit crazy out of orange wool, but it looks really good if you do it out of, say, stone brick. Then you want to come diagonally one up to each side and place a tripwire hook on both of them. And then place 2 pieces of string in between them, connecting them like this. Then you want to create a 4-down staircase like this on one of the sides, on the side where this redstone torch is. 1, 2, 3, and then the last one here is 4. And then you want to place redstone on every single one of those. So in total you use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 redstone, exactly the amount that I said. So now if you add in your 4, quickly, walk up to here, jump up, it'll give you a boost, and then it will fully retract, because remember, it is crucial that you have these on 2 ticks delay, because there are so many people that sometimes forget about this, and the redstoning does not work. So you need to make sure you've got this on 2 ticks delay, and this on 1 tick, so no clicks. Okay, now that I've done the, hey, I gotta give you a boost machine, it is time to move on to the sort of lava bridge, if you would call it that. I am now standing in front of my lava bridge of doom. So, right now, it doesn't actually look like there's much lava there, because the glass is representing the lava, because I don't want to place it here, because otherwise I'll have to cover up the redstoning, because it might break. But it still works exactly the same, so it was retracted, and then it'll extend. So it extends 1 block above the lava, like on my original world. Okay, to start, you want to dig out a 2 deep, 5 wide trench that can be however long as you want, but I suggest having a 2 block middle, so because your pathway is 2 blocks and you want that to be in the middle of your trench. Now that you've dug out your trench, you want to dig out an area for your redstoning that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is 3 more down, and so that the middle of your bridge is in the middle of this area. So here's my bridge, and I have 2 blocks to each side, so bridge, and then those are the 2 extra blocks to each side. Okay, now it's time to get on with some redstoning. Okay, now that you've dug out this moat, it is time to grab out 14 repeaters, some lava buckets. This depends on how big your moat is and how much you fill it, like if you completely fill it or let it flow. 10 building blocks for your bridge. These can be any blocks that can be pushed. 20 sticky pistons, 10 observers, some redstone dust, 2 buttons, these can be stone, wood, or whatever type, some building blocks, and that is it. It's time to get building. Now come to the front of your moat and place 2 blocks in the center of this hole here. Then walk forward in the middle of those 2 blocks, you should fall, and then place 2 sticky pistons like so, and 2 more on top. Now walk forward and repeat this again until you hit the very wall like this. Then place redstone repeaters on each side going into the bottom pistons like so. Just like this. Once you have done that, place a piece of redstone dust behind each and every repeater on both sides. And then place your bridge block on top of these pistons. Now come to the side of your build where these repeaters are and put each one of these onto 1 tick delay. That is right clicking the repeater once. Then stand on these blocks here on top of the pistons and hold shift, look over it, look at the pistons and place an observer like so, so the red blinky blink is facing into the sky. Do that on each side, and so the face, if I just dig down this to see, is facing the redstone repeaters. Okay, now you want to place some floor blocks on top of that. That can be the floor of your moat or anything like that. I'm pretty sure they won't be seen because of your lava, but they might be seen for a split second on the side if you're really watching. So now it's time to hook up the buttons. To do this, go to one side, and I'm going to go from my front side to my right, drop down and dig 2 blocks like this. 2 blocks forward or backwards like this, depending on which way you're looking. So the hole should be going this way. Then place a repeater directly in front of this redstone, and then a piece of redstone dust. So you should have something that looks like that. Now do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Break 2 like this, repeater, and redstone dust. Now that you've got those repeaters and redstone dust placed down, it's time to hook it up to a button on this side. So come back to the front and go to the right side again. Then walk down here and place 1 more piece of redstone dust, and do this on the other side as well. Then, going back to the first side here, walk onto that second piece of redstone dust, look to your right, and 1 diagonally up, place a piece of redstone dust. Then hop onto that block, and 2 more diagonally up, place redstone dust on both of those blocks, like that. So you should have a 3 high staircase. And on top of the block that this last redstone piece is under, place a stone button. Now you notice when you press this, only one side of your piston, double piston extender will activate. This is because we haven't hooked up the other side. To do this, come to this diagonal block and drop down 1, and then just dig straight across, and you should meet up with it exactly. Now you need to repeat this on the opposite side. Now I'm going to cut until I've done this, but just one quick thing. When placing your repeaters, you need to make sure you're not placing it this way, because otherwise if the redstone current is coming from this side, you can see it doesn't go through the repeater. So you need to make sure that it's facing this way and the arrow here is pointing into that redstone dust. So now if I press either of these buttons on each side, it'll extend and retract, so we don't need any T flip-flop system. You can now place these temporary blocks break the temporary blocks as well. So now, finally, what you want to do is make sure to fill up any holes in your redstoning like this. So your redstone is completely safe. Now place in your lava. Now place it in 1 block below so people can't swim up. See, if it was here, they might be able to swim up and get out in time. But we don't want that, so place it like that. And I like to make it so the lava looks like it's flowing, because that means when the lava flows here, because these pistons will break the lava sources, it doesn't look unnatural and looks like it's meant to be like that. So if I place a few around here, you can even place some like near it so it like really covers it up. So now it looks pretty good, and when I press this button right here, my lava bridge extends and the pistons disappear pretty quickly. When I press it again, it retracts and then gets covered up and doesn't look like there's a bridge there at all. So maybe replace the block under the button here with a special block, or just make sure to remember the placement. So you can break this button, and then when you get back, you can place it and then walk over your bridge and break that. So no one can get over unless they know the secret way over. Okay, so now I'm going to activate my lava bridge and I'm going to do the outro. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember, do subscribe if you're new. And special thanks to Andre Hines for testing out all these redstone contraptions on PS4. So, with that said and done, see you guys later. Peace. Oh, and remember, stay carbonated.